Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to discuss about Arbitrum and its token ARB. None of the content is financial advice. Let's get started. The price of Arbitrum is in an uptrend over the last 7 days, up by about 29%. Over the last 24 hours, up by about 11%. Again, not financial advice. The tokenomics right now are at around 4.96 billion circulating supply, almost 5 billion circulating supply. Price at around 33 cents. That is, market cap is at around slightly under 1.7 billion. By market cap based rank, it's ranked in the top 50 cryptos by market cap at number 49th. In terms of the technical levels, before we go analyze that, the total supply for Arbitrum is capped at around 10 billion. So almost 50% of the total supply is in circulation, does not have a max supply. In terms of tokenomics, so you can check over the last 1 year or so. This is the price chart, and if you toggle with the market cap view, you can see slight divergence. The market cap has poised better growth than price. That means there is an impact of inflation eating away the market cap gains. So you can see essentially this was a double bottom on the price at around 27-28 cents from June of 2025, and comparing that with April, whereas the market cap made a higher high, higher low over here from the April perspective of about 1.23 billion to the June level at around 1.32. So there is growth in market cap that is not getting reflected in price. That is an area of concern. If you look at the token unlocks for Arbitrum, they are in a linear fashion, although again there is no steepening of the curve, at least that you can see till about March of 2027. In March of 2027, per this analysis and forecast, the total number of tokens released would be slightly up, more than 6 billion, somewhere between 6.5 and 6.6 billion. So that would be at around 65% unlocked in early 2027 January per this unlock schedule. Going to the machine learning and regression based analysis of the risk with respect to accumulating Arbitrum, again, before we go and do a deeper analysis of this chart, which is price color coded with risk level, what makes sense is to analyze the same chart at a weekly average, at a weekly candle levels. You can see if you toggle between, this is at on cryptoweeklies.com, the risk color coded with respect to price color coded with respect to risk levels, and this is on the second chart is on TradingView. At the weekly average, we can see the clear cut rejection of price action when and if it reaches the 20-week simple moving average. Right now the 20-week simple moving average is currently coming in at around 35 cents. The 21-week is coming in at around 40 cents. So those are the two key levels for Arbitrum to watch as it bounces off the lows that it created back in April and now in June of 2025. Going back to the risk levels analyzed using the regression based estimation of what is a fair value. Right now the risk is at around 28% or 0.28. Early 2024, this model did identify, late 2024, sorry, in December of 2024, the risk identified were at around 100% when the price moved from 47 cents to all the way to about $1.20. So now if we were to go back that intermediate level again, if the first analysis to conduct is what is a theoretical per this model, what is a buy zone. Again, no model can predict what price action has to do in the future, but nonetheless it helps identify, tune out some of the noise if the hypothesis is that whenever risk is less than 20%, DCA makes some sense, like it did back in April 2025 and June 2025. The last video that we made on Arbitrum was early March 17th. I think March 17th was when we made the video on the channel on related to Arbitrum. It's available over here. This is the YouTube channel homepage for Crypto Weeklies. You can see one video made about 3 months ago from today, that is in March of 2025, related to Arbitrum. Back then the risk levels were very close to the 0.2 risk. Now the risks are at around between 0.2 and 0.3. Again, third best time to DCA. If the per the DCA model, the opposite of this is when to DCA out per this model. Again, whenever the price go to that between 40% and 50% risk, that's when the DCing out makes the most amount of sense, historically speaking, for Arbitrum. It's a newer token, does not have that kind of price history, again launched sometime in March of 2023, so little over 2 years. Now if we go back by this logic and look for what could be theoretically be the price if the price were to go to that risk level of between 0.4 and 0.6, per this model anything between 41 cents and about 50 cents is a conservative estimate of what the price could do if there is a secondary rally in the second half of the 2025 year. That is, in the second half of 2025 there is a bullish catalyst. The first level for Arbitrum to look for is between 0.4 and between 40 cents and 50 cents. So if a 50 cents Arbitrum again has to contend with some of the topping patterns that it saw against this counter trend rally in the May 2025 peak for Arbitrum. Again, if there is a breakout from this structure, the next logical target would be around 70 cents and then all the way at about $1.20 per the technical levels of interest. If we were to look at Arbitrum from a simple moving average risk-based perspective, 20-week simple moving average risk-based perspective, this model again did a decent job in identifying what is a theoretical, again this is price risk color coded with risk level. Whenever the risks are less than 10% or 20% per this model, they offer asymmetric reward, at least in the short term. Even though if there are any continuation of the downturn, there is at least a counter trend rally like it was in May 2024 and also in June 2024 from the visits to this lows. And again eventually the August 2024 was a bottom till about February 2025 when the floor fell out from that 50 cent target. Now the recent lows were at around 25 to 27 cents for Arbitrum. If the prices with this approach, if the intermediate, identifying what is the intermediate risk level between for the major rallies is between 40% and 60% risk, 0.4 to 0.6. The prices were forecasted in that level if per the SMA model, again slightly more optimistic than the DCA model. Price action forecasted between 84 cents and about $1.08 in a conservative fashion. And if you want to go more for DGen or slightly more optimistic, the forecast is between $1.50 and $1.56. So that would be about, from the current price of about 33 cents, that would be about a 5x if that were to pan out. The last but not the least is the time weighted average price model for Arbitrum all the way throughout since essentially April 2024, barring a few days in December. Price action is lower than the time weighted average price. Time weighted average price comes at around 94 cents. If there is a rally to this 94 cent level, that would kind of justify DCA below these lower price action accumulation zones that Arbitrum has frequently visited. But again, it's a newer token and there are always risks associated with any investment or any purchases or buy any trades associated with the risk assets. So again, not financial advice. The time weighted average price comes at around 94 cents. Overall, the estimated bull run peak for Arbitrum as a confluence amongst three different models: the DCA model or the regression model, then the time weighted average price model, and the simple moving average price model. The weighted risk is at around 18% or 0.18. If the weighted risk were to go to that 0.95 threshold at a peak or a euphoria bull run peak for Arbitrum, the theoretical forecast per the risk reward analysis model is at around $1.74 for Arbitrum, which is roughly 5.3x higher than the 5.3x reward from the latest price of about 33 cents. And with that, I would like to conclude the video. Again, the previous all-time high for Arbitrum in March 2024 was all the way at around $2.34. Nonetheless, a conservative peak estimate is at around lower end between somewhere between 78 cents and $1.20, higher end between $1.20 and $1.56, and if a parabolic peak is slightly close to the $1.75 target. And with that, I would like to conclude. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.